Well, hello there guys, my name is Fuzzy Cub and welcome to Astropolis, the continuation of the Caveopolis series I was just playing. If you haven't seen it, shame on you. Go to my playlist and click on the Fuzzy Fails at Caveopolis playlist, and it's quite a short series. If I remember, I'll put it up there in the top corner, but you know, Fuzzies forget very quickly, so that may not happen. So, what is Astropolis? Astropolis is basically a skyblock in space. So you're basically stranded on this asteroid with very few resources and just a spacesuit keeping you alive. So first things first, this is the only structure here on the asteroid. I do see over that direction on the map, there looks like a larger asteroid. I might try and bridge out that eventually. I'm assuming there is something on it, but we'll see later in the episode. For now, I am just going to click on all of these. Basically what it tells you is, go to the Discord, which I do recommend you do. It's actually a really good place to find out if anything is happening with the game, any of the updates, because this is in a beta version. And generally, if you just need help, they're a really nice community in there. The other thing is the Benbucks. These guys, they are basically a currency which you can use to buy things. For example, you can buy time in a bottle for 64 Benbucks, which is actually reliant on us getting the engineer's workbench, which again, will be coming up. The next thing I talked about is this. No, I haven't gone insane. It's just a mod called Forgiving Void. Basically, you just continuously fall until you land on something. And because this is space, there's no fall damage, which is really good for Fuzzy. And then the last thing I talked about was, if we die and we lose our spacesuit, we can get another spacesuit. We worked hard to make this spacesuit in Caveopolis, and I will not lose it. So let's take a little look at our little house here. It looks like there is a basement that is just lit up. You know what? I'm not sure if mobs can spawn in space. Are there space mobs? I know in some of the packs I've seen like space zombies and space creepers, but is there space mobs in this pack? I guess we're gonna find out. I think it's time we started progressing. Let's take a quick look. First of all, asteroid rock. We basically just have to punch one of these guys and it drops one of these. Punch 4 of them and turn it into this. Punch more, turn it into that. Punch even more, turn it into that. Make some stone sticks and make all of these tools. Let me quickly do that. Now that we have this side done, let's move on to this more interesting side. So with the hammer we just made, if we break asteroid blocks, we can get water, organic powder, ice, or rock. And these all go into making asteroid stew, which I believe is the 2 different types of rock and water. Yeah. Also, by clicking organic powder onto asteroid blocks, you can turn it into asteroid planks to make artificial sticks, to make a drying table, to make gravel. Is there a hoe on my back? That's very strange looking. Anyway, once again, let's quickly do that and get on to more interesting stuff. And after that little mini time lapse, we have but one thing remaining on the first page of the first chapter. Now this thing is a very handy dandy little generator. Basically, this thing duplicates whatever you put into it. Now, I think it can only duplicate stones. So all of the colored stones, diorite, stone, granite, it can duplicate all of those, which is really, really handy when you only have a small asteroid to work on. Because I don't like this asteroid, and I'm basically going to completely destroy it. But for now, let us get a few of these resource generators going so we can generate some building materials and stuff that we need to progress further. And there we go. Chapter 1 complete. So I'm going to grind out a little bit more and get maybe 6 of these guys going, and I'll be back to you guys as soon as I have that done. So, welcome back. I did another fuzzy thing. You know that thing where I say I'll be back in a minute, and you know it's like a few days later, and yeah, I did stuff. I may have mined almost the entire asteroid away. I did tell you I didn't like it. My plan is to keep this top part and then just make our base sort of very logical. Unlike me, very logical. Yeah. Anyway, what have I done? So, I have made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. I did hope that I could get gravel in here, but unfortunately the gravel doesn't seem to duplicate, so I just did a second cobblestone, and I've been making gravel, because we're going to need a lot of gravel soon. So we have stone, cobblestone, andesite, asteroid block, and gravel. In here is all the leftover stuff and all the stuff I accidentally turned into different things with the K button. If you didn't know, the K button is the automatic button for compressing things down. It's also the reason I have 60 blocks of ice and a stack of dirt, because apparently I pressed K on these two and I compressed them down. But I've collected a lot of stuff over the last few hours. I even turned some into the wood. Let's get all of our 10 bucks. Nice. So now we have 29 bucks. Can't really buy as much at the moment, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I have my eye on you, time in a bottle. I have my eye on you. What's next in the pack? Well, we've already started this part, so why don't we just continue along here? So let's grab some water. Let's grab our stack of dirt. And let's make an entire stack of clay. Nice. So we have clay balls now. We have clay blocks now. The next thing we need to do is get some bricks, which is smelting clay, which will get us energy pipes, bricks, and our first source of power. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these, which is 20 clay. Let's try getting a stack of clay smelted up into bricks. I'm sure we'll use them later as well. So now we have bricks and blocks of bricks. The next thing we need to do is make these. And there is an easy way in this pack to get flint instead of breaking gravel over and over again. We can literally just craft it into flint. It's expensive, but it's worth it in the end. And then we do this and this. Nice. So next, we need to make this thermoelectric generator, which is a block of flint, the 5 bricks, and 3 of the energy pipes we had. Block of flint. 5 of these, and 3 of these. Nice. So this thing works very similar to one of the generators from Immersive Engineering, I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong. Basically, you need to put flint on one side, because flint is considered a heat block in this pack, and packed ice on the other side, and the differential between heat apparently makes power. I don't ask questions, I just play the game, okay? So that ice we made earlier is going to come in quite handy. I know that looks like a lot, but you should always bulk craft, because in these packs you know you are going to need more of something. So this here thermonuclear generator is going to power one of our garden cloches. Now the recipe for that is actually much easier in this pack. It's just 3 glass, some asteroid planks, and 1 organic powder. That is simple to do. But first of all, we need to run through this side of the pack. So in order to get glass, we need to get some sand, and I'm going to throw some gravel into the dryer, which should give us a piece of sand. Yeah. And we're going to take our 3 sand and throw it in there to turn into glass while we complete the rest of it. So next, we need to make an unfired clay bucket. That clay bucket can then be fired into a ceramic bucket. The ceramic bucket can be filled with water by combining it with water, I believe. Yeah, easily enough. And then we need to make a flopper. And a flopper is basically a fluid hopper. It's how we are going to pump fluid into the garden cloche for now, because we're in space, and if you put water in space, it goes. Then as soon as we have this done, we can make an oak sapling, which is also easy enough. And then finally, we can grow some proper oak, and we can get onto the better things in the pack. Unfired bucket. Ceramic bucket. Wet bucket. Sad dry bucket. Pointy dry bucket. One cloche. One sapling. I meant 5 saplings. Weird dirt stuff that I need to break with a hoe. That was pointless. A few glass bottles. A few full glass bottles. And finally, a tank. So let us get our cloche set up. So I want to place flint here. And ice here. I want my thermoelectric generator here. And I want my cloche here. Boink. Is that making any power? Let's just set that to output. Should. Yes, we are getting power. Now we want our flopper to be input here. Our tank on top. And our water buckets all here. Believe me, it's going to be like this for a little while longer until we actually get a water generator. So just bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, I think that's full now. Then we need to make a block of dirt. Put the dirt in there and the oak in with it. Now I think if I put in the warm blossom sapling, it will make dark oak? No, blossom log. Not a bad log, actually. May have to set up another one of those for decorative purposes. So with just 2 more things to do, a snowball and a snow block, we can finally call part 2 of chapter 1 done. Snowballs and snow block. Yay! And with that sound, unfortunately, that is all the time I have left for this episode. It did take a little bit longer to do, and the reason for that is Pokemon Scarlet came out like 2 days ago, and I've basically been playing that the entire time. So forgive me, I know, but I've been waiting a couple of years for that game. And if you've also played Pokemon Scarlet, you know, comment in the comment section. Who did you pick as your starter? Team Fuecoco. So if you liked this episode, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time for more Astropolis. Bye-bye!